It started with a single clip. Just a few seconds of Teyana Taylor sitting in that bright studio chair, laughing in her usual confident way, eyes sparkling as she spoke. But within hours, that small clip set social media on fire. Fans couldn't believe what they heard. Teyana, in a new interview, comparing her ex-husband Iman Shumpert to her rumored boyfriend Aaron Pierre. And not in the way anyone expected. At first, it didn't seem like a big deal. She was just talking, being open, maybe even a little too open. The interviewer had asked a question about growth, about love, about learning what she truly wanted in a partner. It was meant to be lighthearted. But then she smiled, that half smirk she gives when she's about to drop something real, and said, "Aaron just sees me in a way Iman never did." It's like the difference between comfort and passion. The moment those words left her mouth, the whole internet stopped. Comfort and passion. Two words that sounded harmless until people started reading between the lines. For years, fans had watched Teyana and Iman be the picture of black love, the dream couple. Music videos, interviews, their VH1 reality show, they had chemistry that felt untouchable. But now, Teyana was basically saying her ex was comfort while Aaron was passion. To some, it sounded poetic. To others, it sounded like disrespect. And within hours, clips from that interview were everywhere. Twitter, or X, as people keep reminding us to call it, was flooded with edits, quotes, and side-by-side videos of Iman and Aaron. Fans captioned them with things like, "From family man to film star, which one's the real deal?" Some defended her, saying she was allowed to move on and be honest. Others accused her of humiliating Iman in public again. Because this wasn't the first time Teyana had stirred things up since her divorce. People remembered the way she and Aaron had first been spotted together, quiet dinners, subtle Instagram stories, matching tattoos that weren't exactly subtle. They remembered that leaked DM where she allegedly told Aaron, "Iman was comfort. You're chaos, but in the best way." And now, this interview felt like the final nail. The backlash came fast. One fan tweeted, "You don't compare your ex-husband like that, especially the father of your kids. That's messy." Another wrote, "She could have praised her new man without shading the old one." But Teyana didn't seem pressed. Hours after the clip went viral, she posted on Instagram a photo of her sitting on a balcony, sipping something golden in a glass. The caption read, "Comfort never challenged me. Growth did." It was cryptic, classy, but sharp, the kind of caption that says everything without saying too much. But instead of calming things down, it made them worse. Because Iman saw it too. And that's where the story started turning emotional. Sources close to Iman claimed he was hurt, not angry, not bitter, just deeply disappointed. He had stayed silent through months of online rumors, stayed quiet when people accused Teyana of moving on too quickly. But hearing her talk about him like that stung. Especially when their daughters were old enough to understand what was happening. Iman, who had once called Teyana his muse, now found himself being compared on national TV to another man, a man she supposedly met while still healing from their split. And fans couldn't stop debating. Some argued that Teyana was just speaking her truth, that women are often told to stay quiet to protect male egos. Others said she crossed a line, turning something sacred, a marriage, a family, into a headline. But the deeper this got, the messier it became. People started pulling up old footage, old interviews, clips where Iman talked about their relationship with so much pride. One in particular started circulating again, a 2018 interview where Iman said, "We fight hard, we love harder. She's my world." Seeing that clip next to Teyana's new one was heartbreaking. The contrast was brutal. Him speaking with devotion, her now calling their love comfort. Then came the twist nobody saw coming. An insider, allegedly someone from the interview production, claimed that the viral clip had been edited out of context. According to them, Teyana didn't say it as harshly as it sounded. The full sentence was supposedly, "Iman gave me comfort when I needed peace, but Aaron challenges me in new ways." Both mattered, but by then, it was too late. The internet doesn't care about context once a clip goes viral. Still, the story took another unexpected turn when Iman finally broke his silence. Not through an interview, not through an angry tweet, but through music. He dropped a short freestyle on his Instagram story. No caption, no explanation, just him in the studio, hoodie up, eyes closed, spitting bars that sounded way too personal to ignore. One line hit everyone like a punch. "You can trade the jersey, but you can't rewrite the game." Fans immediately connected the dots. They knew exactly what he meant. Teyana didn't respond directly, but she didn't have to. She liked a fan comment under her latest post that said, "It's always the unbothered ones who won." That simple double tap became its own headline, but deep down, behind all the memes and think pieces, something real was happening. Two people who once shared a home, kids, and dreams now communicating through indirects and studio bars. And while the internet enjoyed the drama, those close to them said the situation had started affecting their co-parenting. Apparently, after the interview blew up, Iman requested a private sit-down with Teyana, not for publicity, but to set boundaries. He reportedly told her that while he respected her right to speak her truth, comparing relationships publicly was hurting not just him, but their daughters too. Sources say Teyana got emotional. She told him she didn't mean to disrespect him, that her comment was taken wrong. But even as she apologized privately, the internet didn't let her off the hook. Days later, another clip surfaced, this time from the same interview, but a part they hadn't aired yet. In it, Teyana said something even more shocking when asked what she learned from her last relationship. She said softly, "Sometimes you think someone is your forever until you realize they were your comfort zone." Fans froze. There it was again, that word comfort, and this time, there was no editing excuse, no missing context. The backlash hit harder. People began calling her out, not just for being insensitive, but for being repetitive, for constantly bringing Iman up in ways that made him look small. Meanwhile, Aaron Pierre stayed silent, completely silent. No comments, no likes, nothing. Which, of course, only made the situation worse. Because silence from one side always leaves room for speculation, rumors started flying that Aaron wasn't thrilled about Teyana's comments either. Apparently, he didn't want to be part of her public healing. He was a private man, an actor focused on his craft, not social media chaos, but the thing about love in the spotlight. It never stays private for long. Within a week, people noticed Teyana had unfollowed Iman again on Instagram. She also deleted one of her posts with Aaron. Fans started whispering that maybe things weren't as solid between her and Aaron as they seemed. Then, a blog posted screenshots claiming to show messages from Aaron's ex, who allegedly said, "He doesn't like drama. This isn't who he is." And just like that, the whole situation started spiraling again, this time dragging Aaron's name through the mud too. But what really broke the internet was what happened next. During a live performance at a small event, Teyana took a moment between songs to address the noise. She said, "People act like I'm not allowed to grow, like I can't speak on my past without it being drama. I don't regret anything I said because it was my truth." The audience clapped and cheered, but online, the divide grew even deeper. Some fans applauded her for standing in her truth. Others said she was doubling down on something that clearly hurt the father of her children. And while everyone else argued, Iman posted a photo of himself with their daughters. No caption, just 3 heart emojis. Simple, quiet, powerful. It felt like a message. Not to her, not to the public, but to himself. Because while Teyana was fighting to control the narrative, Iman was fighting to protect his peace. Weeks passed, and the noise started to fade. But the impact stayed. Interviews turned into podcasts. Podcasts turned into TikToks. And TikToks turned into debates about love, ego, and how much honesty is too much when your life is public. And in the middle of it all, Teyana remained unapologetically herself. People close to her said she's in a place where she's done hiding. For years, she felt like she had to play the perfect wife, the perfect mother, the perfect image of goals. But that image cost her peace. She told a friend, "People love you for being raw until you're raw about something that makes them uncomfortable." And maybe that's true. Maybe that's what this whole thing really exposed, not just the tension between her and Iman, but how quickly the world turns on a woman who stops performing perfection. Still, the story didn't end there. Because just when everyone thought things were calming down, a new interview clip surfaced. This time not about Iman or Aaron, but about herself. Teyana said, "I've been through hell trying to be understood. But if speaking my truth makes me the villain, then I'll play that role." The internet lit up all over again. People started making edits, calling it her villain era. Others said she was embracing what the media made her out to be. But for those who've watched Teyana over the years through her highs and heartbreaks, this didn't look like villain energy. It looked like exhaustion. She'd gone from wife to single mom to trending topic, all under the bright lights of fame. And maybe, in that viral interview, she wasn't trying to compare love stories. Maybe she was just trying to explain how she felt seen for the first time in a long time. But that's the curse of public life. Your healing can become someone else's entertainment. Iman has stayed quiet since then. No more freestyles, no more cryptic captions, just silence. Aaron has stayed distant, buried in work. Some think that's for the best. Teyana keeps showing up red carpets, interviews, smiling, but her eyes reveal a quiet exhaustion. Once singing about love and loyalty, she's now redefining those words under public scrutiny. Iman is focused on fatherhood and healing. Maybe they just needed space, not scandal. And as the noise fades, two people remain, quietly healing, still connected by love.